We're live. And there is Professor.
Hey, Colt. Who all we got in here already?
He's got 5 people.
Maybe they'll tell us who it is. Now, we're going to go ahead and apologize in advance tonight. We're not going to be up long. We're exhausted. But we told y'all we're going to do better about trying to keep the lives going, so we're going to be here. But we had a litter pigs born last night. I think we got to sleep about, about 2
Hey,
hours.
Warren, how you doing?
Hey, Warren. So we're dragging. Now, on top of it being Thanksgiving, but we got pigs that were born on Thanksgiving, so it's easy to remember how we go.
The wrong day, really. It's 28, it's 27.
Hey, there's Fine Valley and Craner in it.
Look at there. And Drop. Hey, Drop. Joy Stewart.
Drop, we're gonna stay up a little while. It ain't but 9:30 here. We're gonna try to stay up till about 10:30. But we ain't gonna be able to go to 11 or 11:30 or nothing like that.
Nice to have you.
Well, how's everybody doing? Tell us how everything's going on everywhere else. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? We're good. Hey, there's Diesel Guy. Oh, well, this is Pig Squeak. Got to put a new engine in the 400. What in the world? What happened to it, Patch? I will tell y'all, anybody's interested. That old Super 8 that we did a couple of videos on, I got it running. And yeah, it went home. Needs carburetor on it. The guy that owns it bought an aftermarket carburetor. Not one aftermarket thing, it's something that looked like it was going 35 first. And it just won't right. You couldn't adjust it. No matter where you turn the adjusting screws, it wouldn't run right. Hey, there's Gordon.
The preacher.
And the preacher. Well, how was your, well, I don't really have Thanksgiving, but there it is. What caused it?
Hey, Geeky.
Patch ahead. Just, it didn't freeze, did it?
It's S&P Farms. I was not going to do that.
I have that problem in reverse. F&P. I hold pigs for people and end up with them shut and get them. Let me catch up on comments.
-1.
I'm thinking that's Celsius, though. That be Celsius.
It's still below freezing.
Our Thanksgiving was good.
Quiet.
Well, we pinned them, Patch ahead. Drill them and pin them. But this internal, I don't know. I hate to give you any advice, goes I ain't seen it. You know, you make anything sound easy, but most time we deal with a problem is a freeze crack and just drill it in it. There's Keith Homestead. Yeah, I asked the preacher. Glad to hear that, Warren. Well, you know, we consider that cold here. 30, right above freezing.
Yeah.
You know, we consider
like
that cold. We had our first hard frost.
26.
Scott Swift. Starter, you knew.
I don't like using below 50 if I can help it. Actually, that's cold.
I understand, Patchy. We got a machine shop here that would hit that back end for me where I could weld it. But you know, welding cast is always problematic. Yes, we have, Preacher.
You have one in the bucket. And it's going to you. You
You know, G, that's a common problem. Oh, okay, Joe. We had that same problem here. He's chewing on a fancy crate. We let him chew on a fancy crate.
Carl Waters.
Well, thank you, Carl. That's us too, Gordon.
Troy Hill.
We did. We hope you did too, Troy. Patchy Heaven, I got you one better than that. I got a Branson track right here, which you know y'all heard me talk about his own friend.
Oh, he always said that started for working.
Yeah, I heard of it. And it's got 666 hours on it in the motor. Hey, there's Brett and Cindy. I even said it right there.
Gordon, our worst cold is
Yeah,
February. Well, last
January. Yeah.
All February. All February is bad here.
Oh yeah, Carl, we're gonna do a bunch more holiday. Now, Carl, I will tell you this: you do know that if you ever have any questions on your emails, emails are asking in the comment section.
This is time.
Well, I appreciate that, Preacher. You got to, well, you know how this YouTube stuff is. You got to take it all with a grain of salt. So, I answer Carl. Carl, if you ever need to do anything, just ask us. The whole reason we do this to help people. I'm about out of it. Y'all bear with me. I'm about just about slam out of it. I don't think his nickel's worth the difference. Patchy in between the end and the full other.
Sorry, I can't stop yawning. Praying and rigging.
Yeah, how they doing?
I said had a great Thanksgiving. Still celebrating Halloween. Time sure fly fast this year. That's good. Okay, let's see. Like Terry said, got an engine out. Alright, Drop said, well, it's getting colder. There's 5 chickens, cooking 3 eggs a day.
That's a 400.
He was standing in front of it.
Right. That's a 400.
They don't see the 400.
They're pretty accurate pictures. The only real difference in between them is one's a number. One's a number series track, the other one's a series.
That's better than we're getting. We got how many chickens we got now? And we got 5 eggs a day. But a lot of them are still young. They haven't started laying yet. And then we had a lot of them that went through mold. And they, oh God, we had some that looked pitiful. They look like that thing, the meme where they were talking about how bad a day they had. They look like zombie chickens.
Well, you know, Preacher, everybody, you can make your chickens lay all year. You can feed them high protein feed. We used to give ours cat food, cheap cat food is high protein. And
they don't live long.
And then put them under a light on a timer with get more daylight to them. And you make them never quit laying, but you kill them. They won't last 2 years. They got to have that break. Burn them out before they go. We still got them here going.
Well, no, I haven't had that.
Yeah, you need them, preacher. You can find them. Find the guinea eggs is fun. Hell, they hide them good. And most time they lay them, they're right sitting on them.
When we first met, Chris truly did have the free range chicken thing going on.
Yeah, I didn't pan them up at all.
It was the Easter eggs hunt every day. You'd find them in truck seats. And don't leave your window down. Forget it. There was an egg lady in the car.
Yeah, it used to be bad for me to learn toolbox in my truck. You get somewhere that the eggs rolled off.
We had one that was had to set underneath the toolbox in the truck. She wouldn't move. He'd ride down the road with him, come back. He'd go to the store, take him with him. He'd get back going, that chicken's still in the back of my truck.
Yeah, we had a nest full of bitties and a family kittens under the seat one time.
That's why I didn't make it wild.
Well, preacher, I'll be honest with you about something. We don't have much trouble with hawks and owls. Occasionally we'll have trouble with a fox or coyote, but our biggest culprit is always a neighborhood dog. About the same. It's pure. Well, it's short sleeve well it is. Right now. And that was cold. We had a killing frost the other night. You know, Scott, we ain't never had a raccoon get you. Possum.
Well,
used to have trouble with weasels.
Honestly, we did have some chickens that lost their head one time, and he said that he thought raccoons might have done it, but we didn't have any proof. It looked like they had stuck their heads out the fence and bit their heads off.
That's something we had more of this year. We've never had freaking snakes.
Bad ones. Really, like eagle killers.
Well, they even let you hunt them anymore, Gordon. I mean, my pajamas.
Because the dogs are so easy to work on. You get some out.
I don't wear big overalls with the pajamas. Right, we've had raccoons do it with other people's places. We ain't never had trouble. I mean, we got a bunch of them. They ain't never missed nothing. And hey, Eli.
Hey.
We got a pet hawk right now. We got a male red tail.
What are you talking about temperature? What is the temperature in Arizona?
Warren, so they're still 40 degrees there. But every time we have chickens missing the heads, what is a fox? You go around a chicken coop and scare them in the corner. You know, chickens are crazy. And they'll stick the head through the fence and they'll bite them off. We got pictures of them doing that. Set up a trail camera one time to call them doing that. But we got raccoons all around us. You don't never see one in the yard. There ain't no dogs running off.
Run over in the road.
Brent said it was 31 this morning. Appreciate that drop. Yeah, we don't have armadillos. Weasels used to do it, drop.
Are you really tearing the whole thing up?
He's trying to. Hey, there's Thrifty. Hey, Thrifty. We used to have weasels, drop. Used to see weasels pretty regular. But I ain't seen a weasel, not nowhere. Not hunting, not just running across the road, not anything. Hey, Cajun. I'm glad to see you. I've been missing you. Started calling you. Well, Keith, believe it or not, skunks fall in the same category as the weasels. We got spotted skunks down here, not striped. Hey, Mo Homestead. When I ain't seen a skunk or a weasel, would you know they were related? I ain't seen a skunk or a weasel since I was a little boy. But we're glad to have you, Katie. I believe that drop. Weasels used to be a bad thing. But I don't know where they went. I don't know if some disease killed them and killed them. I know that everybody didn't trap them out. It won't work them. When I used to trap a weasel, wouldn't bring people in. A muskrat bring more than a weasel. I guarantee you, it's over the tail. You get dollar store popcorn. You know, Scott. You call. That's what I do for a living. We still got a few. I don't know why though. Yeah, both. Well, gee, we went. I'll be looking forward to it. Okay. Hey, there's George. Well, I tell you about the fox. The fox is raising that field with being so much is we can't talk about that here. Yeah, we don't know about it. Well, you know, Scott, we're down here where they turn the red wolves loose at. It's not really so much of an issue where I'm at. You go a couple of counties over where my brother lives, and he's at ground zero. We turn them out, and we got coyotes now. We got coyotes about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now we got turkeys and groundhogs and wild hogs. Well, Gordon, I hear they didn't ask us. They might have pretended to ask you. They might have had a little meeting and wanted to let you say your piece about it. They know what they want to do. I still think that most of the flooding around here is because you reintroduced the beaver, brought beavers back. I'm sure it helps the ducks, but as far as people, you know, the water won't drain anymore. I feel like it's the beaver ponds keeping it back up. You know, talking about putting a bounty on them here, Eli, but then, like you go a little bit further east, you can't shoot coyotes anymore because you might accidentally shoot a wolf. Where I'm at, you can kill them any way you kill them. No close season, no bag limit, no restrictions. But like I said, with my brother, we usually can't shoot him at all. Hey, Prelude. I'm gonna get something, Scott. We found something else in the store. We did, Mo Homestead. We did. Just the immediate family. There's a lot of truth in what you just said. Of course, you catch your fox that have been born with stovepipe. Have a handful of hard. Folks used to catch them to sell these fox meats with trained dogs. Some folks did.
How do you talk to paradise?
Yeah, you know Freely. Hey, Colton. We're glad to have you. But Bob got flu. But he takes a big stovepipe there at around 45-degree angle. We got the same foxes you do, going red foxes. And Cody's bigger. Cody's in between a fox and a wolf. Kind of about midway. That's right, Eli, but you don't need to be talking about it, especially not on the internet. The local game board here looks at Facebook. They're friends with everybody on Facebook. And mess up and put the wrong thing up there, and they'll come see you.
Oh, don't ever put pictures.
Yeah, don't ever put a picture, they got you.
They introduce evidence in court.
Well, I can see this, Scott, you can catch a fox. Open fox can't stand that piece of pie. Especially if he's right around your house. Anything up around your house you can catch. If there's no smell there, it ain't as. You can catch a fox or a coyote or something, you never get to put his foot in a trap in the back field. Up around your house, you can catch him that night. There's just so much human smell. They can't differentiate between stuff. You can get them. But then you get him all somewhere where it's kind of in the wild, you can't fool him. Coyotes are really smart. Fox is curious. Of course, the coyote is too. But the fox is curious enough to screw up. Not trapping foxes and stuff here. You got to have the special tags and all kinds of special kind of traps. All right, somebody tell me that trapping and shooting coyotes didn't do no good. Just made them reproduce faster. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's kind of the Wildlife Commission standpoint on it. Yeah, that's something else you got to worry about. You're right about that drop. Keep up with everybody for a second.
Yep, I'm afraid he is. But it's everything he gives to them. Giant Liz, Georgia, South Carolina, don't you come up here? Chris wants something. He wants something like that so he can go and what he calls a recruiter. Some kind of something to go out and give him a challenge. Giant lizards in South Carolina. Where about?
I want this different giant.
Okay, he wants like dinosaur giant.
No, he got to be dinosaur.
The Asian flying snakes freak me out bad enough. I'm like 2020. No, I mean it's the worst year ever. They brought in the flying snakes.
You know what worries me about 2020? It wasn't going to come up with this last month for the grand finale. Is what I'm worrying about. It's saving the worst for that.
Geeky, you need telling people your neighbors down there to quit releasing all these exotic animals. No, I want to tell you, there is like the flying squirrel. There is a flying snake. No joke. There is an Asian flying snake. It is real. Ask you. It's already this hit months ago. We talked about this a lot. I can't handle it. It just tears my nerves up thinking about it. It's just not good. Because mine stopped the other day. It was only $5. That's not mine, that's yours. This is it for about $5. Your pocket. Where's your dog go? That's quiet.
That's not what he's talking about. Right there, you know, I try to talk to people about money all the time, and the dangers of overspending. It's just like right there, $5 for a liter can of
Really?
Privilege.
It's cheaper than buying it. One of your handheld was actually.
I got the same handheld can up in my head as always.
Say hi to a grasshopper.
We had a couple here one time drop. We got alligators drop, just not very many of them. They're you see one that's kind of local news, you know, you tell everybody.
How many of y'all seen this? This is the new It thing. It was in a gift bag that I got today going shopping.
What is?
This is the new Don't Touch. You use it to open doors. You open the car door. You use it on the ATM. It's real funny. I don't know. It was free. You just, you know, the first time you touch it went to a gift bag with all kinds of goodies in it.
Yeah, that's our hobby, like.
It's not not a hobby, but I do.
Y'all know I'm having a nervous breakdown, right? Just cause it's a day on the counter, you got to just spend money. I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it.
Every time. I go shopping once a year.
What? You went to Walmart, you made Mickey Mouse.
It was half price. It was $5.
That's $10 right there.
But we could have frosting. Say like Mickey Mouse.
The waffles you made, what were you making with those?
And well, I could make some waffles, make that Mickey Mouse. Y'all, help me out here.
Do you know where that thing's going to end up? You pay $5 for it, and 7 years from now, it ain't never going to be open. And you're going to sell it at yours and help you too. What?
I see. Okay. I have to read these on it. Y'all, tell me this is not the cutest thing ever. It was like $5. It makes Mickey Mouse waffle.
No, make Mickey Mouse waffle. No,
but I don't have a waffle maker, so now I have a waffle maker. So I can make waffles. Y'all not think this is like the cutest thing? It makes Mickey Mouse waffle. It makes the cutest thing ever.
No, it ain't cute as right here.
See, that is cute. Oh, they're all on my side. $5. It's a deal.
It ain't a deal if you don't need it. Always remember it. Ain't nothing a deal if you don't need it. Warren, I like money. I mean, I'm not in love with money. I wish it would never leave me at all.
One, seven, can't take it with me.
We do that all the time around here. We would catch crab the same. We catch flounder and brim the same water, brackish water.
Yeah, we used to, when Captain John lived close to us, we used to get blue. Is it blue crab?
Yeah, blue crab. No, we got an ongoing debate about electric cannon.
He thinks that's the
I
lazy
think
man.
the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Ain't energetic enough to open a can.
What? I'm in a hurry. I mean,
it's slower. It's slower. The electric can, it's slower. That's $5 for one line. Y'all hear what so? Pay $5 for. Oh, thank you. And then 6 years from now, we're gonna sell it at yard sale for $6. That's what I have to do. You better be telling me the truth. Hey, Tracy, huh?
What?
That thing ain't cost me money yet.
No. Ask Collins. We got things today.
What does that mean? How much did that cost?
No, it all came in it. Really, seriously. They had some really good things.
It probably is a good deal, Warren, if you need a waffle line. If you don't need a waffle line, it's just
we did not have a waffle line.
But then we need a waffle line. When she makes waffles, Warren, she gets them old waffles she put in the toaster. And we don't get them much.
No, we don't. But now we can.
We still mash potatoes with a hand masher. Choppers with a hand chopper. We can't open cans. We don't eat waffles. Now we got something to make waffles with. It was on sale. Stand. It was on sale. And bar was my mind. It was good, preacher. It was good. I don't even like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we'll get waffles.
That's kind of my point, Judy Weaver. We've got
that was nice, preacher.
We've got a lot of kitchen gadgets that fell into that category. They were expensive, they were somewhat expensive, and then they never got used and they got sold at the yard sale. And then she got a bunch of them. She bought at yard sales for pennies on the dollar and got them home. We tried them out, found out why nobody, they used them one time. They want to do, you know. This 50% profit. Well, Scott, we got one of them old potato mashers. You put some butter and milk in there with it. You got creamy mashed potatoes. Just go hard on your wrist. You won't never make a waffle from home. But she figures that you got to make the mix, pour it in there. We'll be back in the stick with those. Don't get them once a year.
I make pancakes for mix.
She might prove me wrong. That'd be the only reason. I said nothing about that thing. We never got a. I know. I've been married to her for a long time. Brent's getting seeds and trays.
All about
You know, blueberry waffles really pretty good. I like the chocolate chip.
yeah, they get chocolate chips and waffle mix.
We got beef
Thanks,
with it,
Kurt.
for sure. Where that comes from?
I told you, the gift bag is awesome.
What did you get over your gift bag?
From the heart,
What's that?
it's that little store that,
Did what? Do what? Are you fraternizing with the enemy?
no, I don't think she was there. I didn't see, you know. All this stuff was candy.
It's amazing how that works, ain't it, girl? I kind of wish I had a blueberry waffle right now, but we ain't got any blueberries.
And I hadn't figured out what kind of blueberry cake you was on that store. Every time I go in there, I look for blueberry cake now, and they're like, I don't know what that
We don't never get one. I buy it day to year. You can make home there and make waffles and all. Jay, come here, child. What was your previous description? You supposed to be go right.
Me too.
Go right.
Me too. Me too.
I like that.
Me too.
Yeah, Warren, I wouldn't mind having some blueberry waffles right now.
You're not gonna have to like that because I have blueberry. Yeah.
Those lizards in South Carolina are called tiger lizards. I think I saw a documentary on them.
Oh, so it's taste.
They're talking about Cajun style chicken dinner. Is that cold? No.
They won't even say they're going to home.
That's cold. It's
It's probably colder as still as like it's cold outside. It's cold outside.
the hybrid tomato seeds and Nick, y'all really wish you lived close. We'd have loved to have you over here and eat with us. You wouldn't have to worry about cooking nothing. It's hotter.
Absolutely. We would enjoy it. Do not microwave.
You know, Jay Weaver, it was hard to miss anything up at blueberries. Blueberries kind of go with everything. But all the blueberries we got are in jelly corn.
They wanted blueberry jelly. I made blueberry jelly.
That like 5 minutes ago.
What?
I just said that like 5 minutes ago.
Brent and Cindy got over to that waffle maker. Hey, I guarantee they was one of the John Brown cabinet. Might somebody stuff with my mom in the back. She never made no waffles either. Everybody puts them in a doggone toast. They ain't about 99 cents a box.
Really? Look at this. We have a fly on the lens of the camera. And you were looking through their wings. Sorry about the technical fly difficulties.
Can y'all hear us? By the way, we're supposed to do this over the new tablet and didn't do it. Believe it or not, Brent Cindy, we're about burnt out on beer sauce.
I'm not.
Well, the baby's not, but we're not. We're about burnt out on beer sauce.
The baby knows.
probably will, huh? Oh, they made it fresh yesterday.
Coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Did y'all do a video on it, Brent? How much money you really, honestly, I mean, want
I'm not kidding. The food gets everything. Well,
yeah, we don't have to change the city. The chicken and waffles don't sound that bad.
my school makes like funnel cake. They call them waffles, but they look like funnel cake.
Now, what is this for about what?
You know,
What kind of one?
see the little red line that was in my gift bag. I don't
It hangs something from the cheese plate.
know. I guess they were getting ready to stop, but they just didn't need anymore. They packed the gift bag full.
What's a walnut?
It's like there's little,
Dumpling.
yeah.
I don't eat a lot of Chinese food. I'm sure what you don't know. She said this for hanging an ornament.
That's the big one. That's the little one.
She says they were free.
They were. I am not kidding. We went to this place, in our town that had the gift bag for the first 50
The
people.
ornament has homemade pancakes every week. Well, believe it or not, when I was growing up, pancakes weren't on the menu around here. I didn't know they existed. We had grits and eggs every morning. Grits and eggs and sausage and grits and eggs and ham and
Well, apparently they discontinued a bunch of stuff and they filled the gift bags full with discontinued stuff. It's the coolest thing ever. I had never got free stuff like this.
well, you know, going into something we've been talking to people about. They won't ever a lot of variety in food when I was young and eat the same thing every day. If you want realistic, I'd eat the same thing every meal every day. We've had cornbread, rank sausage, and potatoes 3 meals a day for a couple of months at a time. Because we grew everything we eat, and then the mess start running out. Like oatmeal wine, I didn't know there was such thing as oatmeal. I was grown before I knew there was oatmeal. I was Jake's age before I ever ate McDonald's. You talk about a disappointing young. I've been in places and seen them commercials for McDonald's, and them commercials made that mess look good. And my older brother took me to McDonald's one time. I was about 13 or 14 years old. And got some of it, and it was the nastiest thing I'd ever tried in my life. That's a good idea, man. No. Well, that's something, drop like people trying to be self-sufficient and, grow everything they used to. I think that's one thing a lot of people miss and don't know. Sometimes there ain't no variety. that certain things keep, and you can certain things, and you end up with no variety. Like cabbage. We used to eat cabbage constantly. There's cabbage and everything. You got a bunch of it. And well, Warren, if we went out to eat, there's two things. There was a barbecue place in town, old man run, the friend of my daddy. And we had to go get barbecue every Saturday. And I'll be honest with you, it's nasty barbecue every evening. And well, it's just boiled cabbage or fried cabbage or cabbage in a soup or something. Yeah, that's right, Tracy. Field peas and rice. That was something. I ate rice about every day. We go to man's name was James Rouse. We go to James Rouse's barbecue, and we would go to they had a little old. We just opened it back up. They had a little old box in town, just a little old square box of the building, about 12 by 12. They did hot dogs, hamburgers, and chicken sandwiches, which is a piece of fried chicken and 2 pieces of bread. Hey, there's Happy Quack. Bone-in chicken sandwich, And we were putting in the back. And I'll tell you the truth, when I was about Jake's age, I'd drive a truck out there and get 40 hot dogs for the back of hand. 40 hot dogs all the way. And they get anything they wanted for lunch, on this hot dog. Almost said I was grandma would cook for everybody. Well, that's right, G. Weaver. It'd be something you love to death. You could eat T-bone steak 3 times a day, 3 months never see another. And what happens to us is by the time we get a cow killed, we're sick of pork. So we eat beef every day for about 3 months. Then you get sick of the beef. Then you get sick of chicken. You always run out of beef. Always. I think you kill 10 cows, you run out of beef. And we're about to run out of pork. I don't know that we ain't gonna run slam out of pork before we get these pigs killed. Tracy, I don't remember when I knew there was such thing as a seed this great. Probably in school. We probably had them in school too. It's kind of like a hamburger meat soup. Well, Warren, basically it's just a piece of chicken. A thigh or a leg or a breast and 2 pieces of bread.
I had never seen it before until I came here. It's like the thing in this little rural area that they get a piece of bread and a piece of chicken and they slap it together and make it.
But you don't eat it like that.
But that's the way they serve it, so it makes it look like they're going to eat it that way. So, it's bones.
Well, preacher, we got medicinal uses of homemade, and a lot of them. I don't have any really work, but kerosene and homemade liquor is supposed to fix everything they're wrong.
Yeah, it's just as walking. No. But it's a definite coffee. Even if I heard about that one.
Let's see what G. Weaver said. That's the way we used to do it too, G. Weaver. We used to it won't love the stuff you consider weird nowadays, like squash and cabbage and soup was pretty normal. Happy Quack processed the cooney and a duck. We see homemade bread here go on cornbread. That's right, Warren. You take it apart and eat the chicken. And I didn't realize till fairly recently they didn't do that anymore.
I have to admit, except for at school, they served it with soup. I never had a good piece of that.
Well, we put gee, I don't know, I guess it comes from school. I like hamburger and soup. See, growing up, soup was always made with a ham bone or cured ham, like in pieces of meat. And I guess I got it from school.
Cabbage in the soup because they apparently put too much cabbage in the soup growing up.
Well, we used to had a lot of stew beef, a lot of the old gristly mama duck beef, like the neck and all that stuff. You cut it up on what called stew meat, and you used to eat a lot of that because it'd be what you had left. You had to use it up. And to this day, I don't care nothing about it. I like good stew meat, good stew beef, but growing up, you get a piece of it in your mouth, and the more you chew it, the bigger it gets. But I love soup. I like stew. I like chili. But when I was single, I did a lot of one pot cooking. I try to cook things. You cook everything in one, heavy meat and vegetables, whatever in one pot. And rice. And beans. You can't force feed Trevor either. I would have given him the Tracy Huff, you're going to have to explain a fish to you or tell me where you're at. Because when I start talking about fish to you, most people ain't got a clue what I'm talking about.
And he is righteous about that fish.
Well, here's some of the fish line.
They have a tradition, not a religion. It's very traditional when they do it certain ways that we neck meat from what? What was the 25-year-old Big Mac?
They some teacher does something like that. Had a McDouble and a French fry in a room for years. And the fries looked good to be very raw.
So Gordon, you're not doing any takeaway? You just still cooking. And he says that now all the takeaway is delivered from Texas. But he's just doing most of his own cooking, still cooking his own food.
Well,
Son?
we can open up the back.
What, son? I have a small selection of what I can get. What do you want?
It's got feet, I can make it fit.
What do you want?
All right, what was
Mother said that she's supposed to do it.
well, I prefer somebody else to do it.
Kiki does his own cooking. Kiki does after he has that food, 896. Yeah, Mickey D's is bad for you all the way around. Every time Mickey D's. Now I have to admit, we'll have Mickey D's every once in a while because Jake loves it. But it's just,
Yeah.
it's good all the way around.
I got craving a Whopper the other day. I ain't had one in 3 or 4 years, right? I got a Whopper. So I got one.
All right.
We don't need that much fast food. We had Taco Bell the other night. I got thinking about it.
I got food. Yeah.
We've been 2 or 3 years since we had Taco Bell.
Yeah. We didn't like how much it's gone up too. It's been like what, $35?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me catch up on the comments. That's a good way of putting it, G. Will. That's about the way we all drop. We grow. Just about everything we eat. But you gotta drop, I ain't never gonna care. Well, Mo, there's the truth about them. You grow your own food, you cook yourself, use a little bit of care with it, and try to do it right. You know, little, I don't know how you word that. Take a little pride in it. Man, it's so much better. Anybody you buy. Because it's during the winter. Gee, wherever we blow $40 at a drive-through. Easy, easy. To fill this crowd up around here. It ain't just me.
You and Jake eat twice a day.
Well, not trying to be the fair of you.
You and Jake was you. No, this is a big one. Jake is growing, and they
We spend $40 at a drive-through, and the others be holler. They're hungry when you walk the door.
oh God, I couldn't imagine how much you spent if I had all of you.
Well, drop angle, I see. One of the reasons we don't eat out. You got to really do it.
Yeah.
Tracy said they got 5 boys. He just waits around for scraps. I understand. I get my food to you, all. Y'all go with me.
Now,
Is
Herbert,
old high here yet?
hmm,
It took it a while.
Herbert's very health conscious. He don't eat, yeah, now. But, he don't eat today. He don't eat such stuff.
Oh,
No, he cooks. He cooks a lot. He cooked, yeah, since that he's been on his own, he cooks most of them.
well, preacher, I tried to warn y'all, pork on them to be higher. Yeah, Brent, who in the world can afford that? Yours is at Bowles. Just live there an hour. Ain't Bowling food ain't that kind of traditional anyway? Look, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't bought no pork, so we don't know what it costs. I ain't got a clue. We don't really know what beef costs.
Okay.
We bought some hamburger meat and went out.
But we went when meat first started really going up. We went a long time getting on meat. And I had no idea the price of meat when we went in there. Because that was when we had those, what, had 2 cows in there?
You know, preacher, I've got trouble with that myself.
The only thing I was supplementing a little bit here and there with some, I was buying any meat. And when I went back to buying meat, I was like, oh my God.
Well, drop even with our chickens only laying halfway. Really cold way. We still ain't buying the eggs. They're way more eggs than me. I don't really eat them yet. God, the problem is they can't get them processed. Commercial hogs can't make them from the hog house to the grocery store. That middle packing plant's out of business. That's why they're all going bankrupt. They ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. So anybody can if you can, start raising some more young food. Good time to, pick your battles. If you're gonna put effort into raising something to eat, raise what you can't afford to buy. They shut down cause the pandemic. Well, this is leftover Thanksgiving. Trying to eat it before it goes bad. Without getting political, preacher, I think you're right. Like my grandma would say, back in Hoover times. Mm-hmm. Well, Weaver, what happened is all these packing plants had a bunch of people in there making $400 a week. When the pandemic hit, they could get $600 a week at home on unemployment calls the pandemic. Then they couldn't get them to go back to work. If they ever had an outbreak, they couldn't get them to go back to work, so they'd rather have that unemployment. And what happened was they had all these pigs that could process. They cut production back to 10% of what it was, so these pigs backed up. Well, livestock won't keep. I mean, they get too big to get out of the bracket. There's a rotation there. And they messed up the rotation. So they destroyed a bunch of livestock. I mean, a bunch of livestock. Then they couldn't, anyway, they went bankrupt, out of business. The people that grow pigs, the big commercial outfits to grow pigs, are shut down and gone. They're over with. So, what does that tell you? Right now there's a backlog. There's a bunch of cougars somewhere full of pork. But when it's gone and there ain't no animals there to replace them, they ain't killing no pigs now. Them pigs they were gonna kill got gassed. Sows got gassed. It never had no pigs. I mean, it's gonna be bad. Oh, there ain't no doubt going this for everything in the world. Yeah, you sell dressed chickens here, preacher, and rabbits. That's it. That's the way it was here. Scott used to kill 14, 18 times. Well, what happened is we got a lot of what you call contract growers here. A small family outfit that raises pigs on contract for one of these big farms. And they own the farm and the company owns the pigs. Well, they're the ones who are gonna lose their house and everything else. It's gonna destroy them. The big company just filed bankrupt. They done made $10 million. They walk away from it smelling like roads. And I ain't ever preacher on these gizzards. They just get bigger than what we do. There's gonna be issues. I mean, I work with these people. I see it. I know what's happening. It ain't speculation. I don't know why you couldn't, but we always use livers fish with, but I'm sure the gizzards will work. If you're worried about not having enough blood in them to attract anything, or even about catfishing, there's a little ivory soap on the hood with them. You're out sending me email, you call me, do whatever you need to do. We can help you with it. It attracts catfish.
Well, I've heard the river.
I believe that gold. Water limit saturated thing. Brings the river in the hand.
I heard that. My daddy was taking fishing when I was little, so backing up at the job, loading the stuff on himself. And
I heard about the ivory soap. Company outfit I used to work for in catfish farms. You had to go out there once in a while with a rod and reel before they cast the catfish and catch it. You fry them and taste test. You had to take them to the place that it was on contract on catfish, kind of like hog one. At Carolina Classics, you had to catch these fish, carry them under they fry them and taste test. I love beef liver, preacher. Oh, you talking about fish, don't I? I don't know if I ever tried beef liver. I believe that, Weaver. I believe that. I believe that too, drop. We ain't got 4 acres left there. These run about 3 gallons.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen detail in that. No, I don't.
I'm sure we have.
Not in real time.
It's usually in a different place than that state anyway. It's there, I bought some too. My grandma could do beef liver, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. My mama could cook it and eat it. Grandma could cook it, it was the best thing ever. The pork liver ain't the same. Well, the first thing you're going to tell me, Jordan, is how much is the stone? You know, drop. I hate to say this, but it's true. I ain't a big rib fan. I got ribs on a barbecue pig. Of course, who don't? You know, people get bites over them. But as far as beef ribs, I ain't never been a big fan of beef ribs. Tracy, they used to make liver pudding here. That we used to kill hogs at home. Well, no, it's liver pudding. Me and the preacher were talking about that one night. There's another names for it. Some of them call it liver mush. There's different names for it. But yeah, I don't know. Hog liver's just got different taste to it. It ain't. Yeah, like chicken livers. Yeah, we got no shit. I think we said we're gonna try to go to a regular Bible week. We try to go for a few minutes early. I know she's give out.
Well, I had already made a ring.
Do we have Amazon Prime?
No, we were talking about it yesterday, about getting Amazon Prime. I honestly, what comes with Amazon Prime? I want to know, because I don't have it, and everybody talks about how great it is at work, and I don't. You get a bunch of movies and stuff with that, right? You get TV shows like Netflix or something.
I'm fine about you, TV.
Well, you're in TV. No.
I made it most of my life for that one. Free shipping.
Yeah, if you order anything from Amazon Prime, you get free shipping.
Oh.
You order anything from Amazon.
We ever order anything else?
Okay, you've ordered stuff from Amazon.
Drop's got Amazon, huh?
Movies. One, apparently, knows all about it.
Is that the same one I've been watching on? I think, Preacher, I think that's on YouTube. You can watch that on YouTube. It's an old English show. I don't know, years old.
Well, they're basically doing, what is that you used to do with the acting?
Ain't that a doggone true, Drop? You hit a nail on the head right there. I know that won't please you, but it was true. I'll comment on that the other day. If you watch American TV, you like everybody around here.
Yeah, well, yeah, we were saying the same thing. Preacher said it's filmed in Gordon, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's on, Tell Preachers on YouTube. It's on PBS. It's on PBS, really.
Bye, Brett and Cindy. They're making beer jerky in the oven now.
No. I wish I had some beer jerky.
Brianna and Sandy makes beer jerky. Well, I don't think she did either, she was questioning about it.
Well, I think something, you know, you may not get it. I mean, yours inspired me to eat healthy.
I got to eat a banana or two a day, depending on my fasting. Yeah, he's not big on bananas, and I have to eat them. So he's starting to eat bananas. He was that they've been finding parts on eBay. One for nothing.
Well, I appreciate that drop. You had to.
Better than Netflix? Well, I'm gonna check out Prime, and we might get rid of Netflix.
That's a good word for it, Tracy. Indoctrination. Pretty sure you ought to do a sermon on that. Indoctrination. When you made the abnormal seem normal through repeated exposure. But what's our motto around here? Because everybody else is doing something stupid. Don't mean we got to, right?
Chris is anti-mask right now. He's mad about having. I told him that everybody in the whole world is wearing masks, and he's like, "Tell me the right."
Yeah, I got something I need you to help me with. I got a new tablet. My YouTube screwed up. It ain't the right format. They got to be what kind of. What's that? There's another thing like YouTube that came up with
Hey,
now.
no, back.
What is it? Bingham or something like that? Bingham or something? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
We got an email the other day wanting us to join. What was that?
What else?
The other thing like YouTube.
Hulu.
No. That we could be on. Bing or Bingham or Brighton. Brighton. Bimbo. I heard of Bimbo too. Which one do we get on kind of want to? We're on one of them. They sent us a email, Geeky, wanting us to either somebody might have put up there we wanted to join them, or they were soliciting us on, right?
Yeah, Ralph, I've never given them my chickens. I bet they would like that. But I'm a banana aficionado. They have to be just right. I'm serious. Okay. If they get the least little bit brown, I can't do it.
You make peanut butter and ham sandwiches. That's all I thought you did.
Really?
And somebody tell me you put them in your cornflakes, you never explain to me cornflakes.
My mama used to love peanut butter and banana sandwich. I couldn't. I'm not big on peanut butter. I can eat it. You mash up the banana and mix it with sugar, it'll look bad. Drops of Brighton, Brandon tube, brand new tube. Bit cheap. Holla. There's locked you out.
We ain't got the dog.
There's absolutely none. None at all. None in the back. Bring it in. You can't wait till 11 o'clock at night to bring any dogs in. Well, it looks like Power, you, brand new tube. All these are new ones that people are using now, and Fit Tube.
We gonna get on all of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that door.
Who's down for the camera? I'm always all right.
Only a little handful.
Only need a little handful. It's a little belt. And Samson only goes to it, they do it all.
Or in the middle of the night. Now, if there's any dog food left at the end of the night, Samson waits till everybody goes to bed and then talks really loudly for about an hour. Brock said that Twitter's been trying to catfish him for information. People give up information easier than you think anyway. It takes somebody to realize what they're doing.
Alright. Wait, I've been trying to give it once a year. What?
Now, put that right there.
Alright. Y'all tell me why my YouTube looks like that now instead of like it's supposed to. Tell me how to fix it.
He don't like it. And I don't know how to fix it.
I'm gonna have another spray down over. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I can't do
Alright.
it.
The okay, back up, tell them why you have that. The tablet that he's always had that we got from Verizon, and we paid for the tablet when we bought it at Verizon and then paid $10 a month for it to have Verizon on it. Actually, it ended up being, they had gone up on me. I didn't realize it was $14 a month. Well, it stopped working the other day. And then Chris decided he's going to take it apart, work on it. But no, it'll never work again. Never, ever, ever. Because he took it completely apart and tried to figure out why it wouldn't work.
Well, Geeky might understand. It might just have a burn stop and circuit board.
Maybe. But Chris didn't know enough about it to do that. He jumped into this, like
Notice it is reinstalled. It's put back together.
it's put back together, but it doesn't have one. Anyway.
Why?
Make it work.
Well, if I know how to fix it, I could.
Alright. Anyway. So I went and got him. This is part of his Christmas. He just got it early because he needed it. He got a new tablet.
I like the cat videos, Geek.
Well, whenever.
Well, preacher, the difference is Geeky cat videos. Well, they're cute, but
they're not really made to be the cute cat videos.
Well, he's on feral.
Yeah. But.
Yeah, I'm not on
Was
Twitter.
it the way you wanted it when you first brought it up?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
Anyway,
so.
once I got all the information set up in it, it immediately wanted to do a update. So we did the update, Well, finish the update. That was the
Tracy,
format I had.
Tracy, I'm mad at what it is. How would you go about doing that?
Well, I don't know if it-
Tracy said it's all about catering your content to the IQ of the masses. And I think he's right. But that's a scary thought. You'd have to done some mess right on down to nothing.
I don't know. I don't know. Styrofoam earrings.
I didn't get the joke, please. I bet that's a thing, and I just don't know about it.
They mentioned it a while ago too, so apparently it is definitely a thing.
I like your videos, Nikki. I actually like your videos. I like preachers' videos.
What happened to it? Who made a comment with me?
Well, that same problem we got with homestead. I'm kind of, I've kind of done a little research and watched the popular videos and stuff. And the one thing I have figured out is there's two things people really super duper like. They like the fairy tale. They really like to hear what they want to hear instead of, they want what ought to be instead of what is. They don't want to deal with what is. They want to deal with what ought to be. And they really like the stuff that
I missed that. Huh?
On YouTube. Now you know we're gonna have to look that up. And then I would scar me for life, preacher. I hope you have.
For real.
I hate to hear that, y'all. But that's why I'm still here, y'all. Stay here and look at it. I really think that when I was younger, I'd have failed. A girl rubbed styrofoam with, and I bet they get 9 million views. Got 40 ads on, making $1 million.
Where did they get styrofoam ears? Or they rub styrofoam on their ears?
No, they're rubbing styrofoam ears. What is that? Giant styrofoam ears. What was that thing we found that time? Speed cleaning.
Oh God.
Women making a living speed cleaning on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Them old boys in love now. They down in them comments in love. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Compared to
like a meth head. Oh, you're so beautiful. You bend over and clean the floor. That's right, Brady. ASMR. Happy Quack, what is it? ASMR. If Geeky was still here, well, that's what we got. I mean, sometimes you want to be entertained, Geeky. Sometimes you want to never something. I mean, I can fully comprehend the fact that if you're looking at entertainment, you ain't looking at me. And I think that might be like with your cat videos, Little Creek Homestead, glad to have you. Similar to white noise. Background, ambient noise. All right.
yeah.
think we've already lost, Tracy. I think we've already lost. I think we're outnumbered. You know, Happy Quack, I used to like the sound of rain on a tin roof, and I can't stand it.
Wow.
I don't like it now. When I was young, and it was the what is it that I watched that knocked me right out? Blacksmith videos. You know, I do some blacksmith work, but I watch somebody else doing it and fall right to sleep.
Okay, I did get me a good protection. I definitely.
Oh, that's the new one. I'm about to mess up that. What's that alarm, gang?
Not really. If you take it apart, I think that kind of.
Well, I bet I can play that apart. It works. I'll see what's making it work. See what this make work.
I bet it won't work when you put that together.
It worked when somebody got to put it together in China, and I guarantee I'm smarter than you.
Oh my God. Please help us.
I have my fucking mouth. I do. Here's a good one for you. Now, I stayed paranoid I was going to break this thing for years, right?
You just did.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. That's your little dog. Oh, I got a case come off of it. Oh. That's your little dog pushed around the floor and scratched it up. Not everything else is destroyed around here. Yeah, I like David Attenborough too. Well, that's how you get cover off that.
They want to make sure you're awake.
Well, you know what's worrying me, Drop, is things start getting bad. You need to liquidate anything. You know, you need to liquidate something to get money. I don't believe you'll be able to do it. I don't believe nobody had money to buy it.
I'm going to do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I
We're
think
looking at that. Huh.
Jerry. Glad to have you, Jerry. Reading we're all right. We're trying to fix a tablet.
Mo Home says that she watches old shows, like Downtown Abbey or Friday Breakfast, things like that. I'll be honest. One of my favorite ones that puts me to sleep is The Mummy.
There ain't a whole lot in that thing there.
Oh,
That would be the positive lead to the bad, I'm guessing. All right, geeky. We ain't got no burnt connections or nothing. Operating system on the
oh, I told you it did an update and it's been like that ever since. That could be the problem.
Well, it's got a different format from it. But this tablet had changed their format before it changed back. Well, I finally figured out something to fix it. Oh no, I need a tiny little Phillips-in screwdriver. Where's Geeky at?
Geeky done said young there.
No, we know it ain't be like that.
What's that?
That's all. I want you to see this now. That tape right there is holding the connections. It's not but a piece of tape. The folks like me, people have to pay $90. A piece of tape.
part of the tablet. More part of the tablet. It can be an easy piece on the table.
Well, you got to get worse before it get better. Happy Quack, try a different web browser. You know how to do that? That might be the whole problem. That would make sense, Happy Quack.
Yeah, but YouTube is on Google, right? So you have to go to Google to get YouTube.
Little Creek just spent an hour catching chickens and ducks. I'm gonna find out how this thing works. Once I find that out, I got it all worked. Well, you know, them little houses are getting popular now. People used to do that here. My uncle, I had a couple uncles build a little old, they were stick built houses with a foundation. But they built a little old house, had about 2 rooms in it. Have a living room, well, 3 rooms, have a living room, dining room, kitchen be 1 room, and 1 bedroom and a bathroom. You know, little 1-man house. About 700 square feet, 600 square feet. And you had to have a permit, but shoot, you wouldn't have nothing but a wood heater in it, but when you use air conditioner, or a little old propane heater, and a winter use air conditioner. I missed something in the comics, folks. I'm sorry.
Oh, YouTube is on everywhere.
That's what I said about a whole bunch of it like that. Yeah. Little Creek tells us about how small it was. Because one was my uncle built. I think one of them was probably 600 square feet. I don't know what the other one was. But it was just a small, like this house here. They just kind of had 1 big room and, you know, then a smaller bedroom and then the bathroom took it to the other corner, you know. I was, Lisa. I was. You don't ever know if you fixed it or not. It's already broke. What we're going to do to her? It's already there freaking out. It'll never work again. Well, it don't work now. We done bought another one. Well, there's the difference, Little Creek. There's the difference. The ones my uncles lived in, it was them and maybe a dog. 1 bedroom, you know, just 1 bedroom. 12 by 4. How big is the single wide trophy?
Most of them nowadays are like 18 by 7 or 18 by 8. 16 by 8.
Well, I ain't no tablet repairman, Lisa. But you never know. You don't know if you fix or not, you try. Half of being able to do something is just not being scared to do it. And all you remember, if it's already broke, and it's something that's not normally repaired anyway. Oh, he ain't never told her I dropped, but that new one was $90.
And I don't have the $15 a month bill on it.
Well, we're getting $10 a day. I think them like my Uncle Bill preacher's probably 20 by 20 maybe. No, it might be a little bigger than that. Might be a 25 by 25 or something. Cause the bedroom was about a normal size bedroom, you know. A couple could have lived in it, you know, a man and a wife could have lived in it. But you would want the young, you know. Or a big dog.
Rock's got a box of them cheap tablets, the wife bought. They don't last long. Oh. Too bad I didn't know that before I went and bought that one. I ordered one from you. I don't know much about Apple. I don't know much about their Apple products.
What happened?
Brock said that he's got a whole box of cheap tablets. His wife used to sell at the flea market. And I said, too bad I didn't know about that because I would have ordered one from him. He said they're out in the garage, they're not worth buying.
Well,
and Happy Quack said that we should have got an old used Apple tablet because we love how easy it is to use YouTube on Apple. But I'm not familiar with Apple products. I know they're way different than any Android or Windows or anything like that.
We're still on the cruise.
We're doing good.
They'd be shocked to see how many YouTube comments and emails that go through.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
But every 5 minutes there's something you can check in the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know how to work this thing. Ask them where to get a case for it.
I don't have to take it down. It's got to have a space set in the case because
It's all me.
it's already reviewed.
Next time we get one of them real stupid compliments, I feel it's rough.
Well, don't do that. Not with that. We had a lot. What's the phone case that they make for tablets? Tablets taking to the button. I don't know. Anyway, we had one of them for the other tablet. Well, the other tablet was just slightly wider. So that case won't fit on this tablet. Even though they're supposed to be the same size. So, not.
Right, Rachel.
So now we got to go buy a new tablet case because that one won't last a week. It's between dogs and just getting ill at somebody's comment or and he likes to do it with the back of the couch. And sometimes the foot's behind the couch.
Well, we've talked about that a lot, Jerry. That, back in the old days, man, you go out there and build him. This was several years ago before the tiny house thing kind of took off. we went by my uncle's old house, me and a boy around together. He said, you know, back in the old days, a man could go out here and build him a little old square house like that with a little old porch on it. Have half a refrigerator and no oven and just a cooktop. And live there, you know, old bachelor or something like that, a widow or something. And he'd be alright. So nowadays they won't let you do it. We never would have thought it would have come back into style.
Good night. Gary Riggins, good night.
She's even gone. I said, that's all. Huh?
Yep, you're right. I got to take it with me when I go so that I can get one of the who actually fit it. Because it is as wide as most of them. It's the same length. It's the width. Yeah.
Preacher still up there. He's not one.
Okay.
He live like this. Well, go. We said we're gonna get off there at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so
Look how cheap that thing is. Already, look at the time on it.
you say paperwork for it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You take it back now.
Well, I do think something. Well,
No, I can take it back now. I'm not promising that you'll have that same one.
yeah, maybe got better.
I don't know. Or it might not. I might have to order one off
Well,
there
everybody
online.
say you might, everybody. Get off.
Alright, guys, we are just,
Take down, but
yeah, wore out. So we're going to get off here. Looks like I'm going to return Chris's new tablet tomorrow and get him a different one. I might drop. What's a good one to order offline if I have to order one online? If they don't have one. I mean, you might have to wait a week to pay for it. I've never heard it. I will look it up now. Switcher, really tried Switcher? It's great. Warren wants to know.
Mark, I ain't never tried nothing.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have that tablet. We wouldn't be on YouTube if it weren't for that tablet she got. They told her it was free. That's the only reason we had it. They shanghaied her into thinking it was free. If she did something, extended the parking or something.
Actually, we're going to start switching back to iced tea, half sugar. I think that's probably the best thing for us. Because we need to get away from the synthetic sugar.
Yeah.
And we don't need so much aspartame and all that. So I said, well, I put a little bit of sugar in the tea. It won't be just so bad I can't drink it. We're so glad that you did, Happy Quack. Good night, Lisa. Good night, Drop. Oh, yep, also, that's what we're going to start doing. Just half of what we normally have. I know. And we've got to get away from sodas and Chris Rose who's got Mountain Dew. Things away from all that. Beaky said he used the same for most things. He quit 40 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm diabetic. Sugar. Remember what I told you? Natural sugar, real sugar.
Well, they told me that the artificial sweeteners will make you crave more sugar.
Yeah,
The more you eat the artificial sweeteners, the more sugar you crave. So
probably true.
if you just cut out the artificial sweeteners and use half of what the normal sugar you use. Mm-hmm.
So I got to watch my schoolgirl figure.
Mm-hmm.
John told me I need to get in shape good, but I told him I figured around with the shape. And I got that covered.
Well, so what you getting to?
So you know that I go get in shape.
Going to the gym.
We catch up on everyone.
Warren, are you on metformin or do you have to do
Good night, Drop. Good night, everybody. We're gonna get off here.
just a shot?
Yeah, I'm a diabetic too. I think everybody is nowadays. Things that way. I've had me, Tracy. Not back in me. We're on metformin, Warren.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but if anybody happened to her, I'd die. Don't have to fix home with.
Well, they can't figure out why my insulin score is really high. Cause my sugar's high too.
Well, me and her both were hypoglycemic. Hypoglycemic when we were kids. I mean, my sugar stayed low. I was real thin, super skinny, like naked.
My sugar would drop
Yeah,
out of nowhere, and I can, you know how they think.
Oh, we're glad to help, Tracy. No. Good night. And we're glad y'all were in here.
I'd hit the floor, bust my head open, and end up.
Yeah, I do. My grandma used to take candy around her pocket with my sugar. But doctor told me one day it was going to switch and go the other way. And I was going to be a diabetic.
They keep saying that I'm
good night.
insulin resistant diabetic.
We need to let everybody say goodbye.
Good night, y'all. We'll talk to you next week. Yeah, they'll be here for it. Y'all have a great weekend. Yep. That's exactly. I was blacking out all the time. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I figured out it was my sugar. High school. I guess puberty by home. Rob said that he's diabetic, but he's got
they told like you can really do the diet and stick with it. And you can beat it. It takes a lot of exercise, perfect self-control, trained up.
Y'all have a great weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Well, don't leave them to say what you do.
Yeah, but then you're hungry. What else you got? You want something else? You're hungry. You want something else. Figure out how to fill you up and still do it better. Yes. I have some more, comments. Can I say that we did? Good night, everybody.